We're on the run. Is it just me, or does it just feel weird to see Big Boss driving? It just feels weird to see Snake doing something like driving.
Well, if he was driving the helicopter, he wouldn't have got blown the fuck up.
Oh, man. Also, I love that when dudes know that there's a car coming, they just can very easily dodge out of the way. Because vehicles in Metal Gear do not get they don't hit a very high top speed. Like, we're going like 35 or 40 miles an hour, maybe? And this is the top speed of this Jeep.
Mm-hmm. Well, on these roads, you're gonna shake your car apart.
Oh, that's true, that's true. You can dive out. Crashing Jeeps does cause distractions. But unfortunately, because there were gunshots and stuff, we're above the level of caution where guards will actually get distracted by empty magazines. They will just keep going towards the thing they really want to investigate first. Fucked up that smoke grenade throw. Oh well. They're dead. And also, it cannot be seen very well because it's dark, and also because I have a big rifle slung on my back. But the, like, pattern of, like, the fake musculature, like, Kevlar padding stuff on the back of the sneaking suit looks like a big upside-down dick. At some point, you might be able to notice it in this video. But later on, like next episode or something, next time we use the sneaking suit, I'll really point it out.
Just remember the end of 2 videos ago. It's all coming together. I think we really discovered something important about Metal Gear
The R&D guy, who was very passionate about researching this, was forced to make the sneaking suit first, and he couldn't get it off his mind. It was clearly on
his mind, yeah. It was like subliminal.
But, like, a lot of people on the internet notice it looks like a dick on his back, to the point that people, like, pointed it out to Kojima Productions staff, and they replied back going, I don't see it. It's totally a dick!
Yeah, sure, that's what they said, but there was, like, a giggle the whole time.
That's an enemy gunship. A single burst from its machine gun can cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss.
Your horse will get real upset.
This is the point where helicopters will sometimes start appearing in the open world, and helicopters can be kind of tough sometimes, because some helicopters like to fly really low, and when they spot you, they will investigate the area they spotted you in for quite a long time, just like orbiting it. So yeah, you got to be careful. Their range of sight is... it's not as much as a sniper's, I think, but it's still longer than like a normal guard's would be, especially because they can see from above. But yeah, thankfully there's only one helicopter in this mission. He stays in that general area, so...
It's just good to have a buddy on your nature walk here.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at this.
Yeah, this area is really cool. This area is fun.
Now to find the honeybee.
Why, when Ocelot says honeybee, does it sound like he's talking about his girlfriend?
It's just the way it's because Ocelot isn't trying to trick anybody, he's just helping us. Like, we're seeing the true Ocelot in this game, and it's just
I just want you to find my precious honeybee. I ain't talked to her in 3 months, and we last left things mighty sore.
When Ocelot doesn't have to put on some kind of disguise or fake personality, he's just like the most boring man. Want to see my girlfriend? I like Texas, I think. Alright. Since we're at this fort, the fort is like mostly comprised of like kind of red and orangish rocks, so we're gonna pull in a new camo pattern. And also, it's daytime, and at this point, I think it's time to make it nighttime. Don't smoke for too long. Watch out. Don't become Vapor Snake. Phew.
We've come too far. We've come too far to lose it all now.
Also, like, if you get in at a cool, like, a nice vantage point like this, like, passing the time that way can also let you tag even more soldiers, because, like, the shifts will change. So you can start finding other dudes, like, going about. Also, smoking just meant we didn't have to wait for our stuff to come by.
Time to get your new togs.
This camo pattern is called Golden Tiger. It's pretty nice. I like it.
Yeah, alright. I'm not sure you could use it to blend in among the tigers.
Nah.
But it's worth a try.
Yeah. See, it's kind of funny, like, when you... Like, in Metal Gear Solid 3, there was one camo pattern that was a really good all-rounder, basically no matter where you were, and that was Tiger Stripe. It was pretty good at blending with just about everything.
It turns out everything looks like tigers.
Yeah. In this game, there isn't too much of, like, a good all-rounder. You do start off with Tiger Stripe. Tiger Stripe is still okay. But for Afghanistan, you usually just use the desert one, the one that looks like sand. There'll be later areas where, yeah, we'll be needing to switch up our camos a bit more. This is like the first area where we're actually going to need something other than just sand.
So, collecting medicinal plants makes your buddies back on base really happy, right?
Yeah.
Are you sure they aren't just after plant medicine? You know, the euphemism for ayahuasca?
Maybe?
What are they getting up to over there?
I mean, they made that dick-sucking technology. Do they need plants for that?
I don't know, but if you show up and everybody is like hallucinating out of their minds and shitting over the side, then you know that you found the ayahuasca.
Boss, I'm losing my shit.
In many ways.
I lost my shit and I want it back. Yeah, here's some nice orange rocks to blend in with.
That's a revenge story that we need to see. We need to see Liam Neeson like storming a water treatment plant because he's a paranoid madman. Give it back. It's mine. There's mountains of it here. How far does this go?
Also, right around the time we were trying to sneak in here, the soldiers started forcing the prisoner to guide them to where the missile launcher is. So there is a time limit for finding the missile launcher as well. But also, yeah, I want to imagine, like, you know, similar to how there's those guys with the diplomat skills to, like, keep the troublemakers from starting shit. I want to imagine that, like, with everyone just losing their shit on all these plants and stuff, that there has to be some type of skill for dudes who just, like, help them calm down.
Just a guy with a lot of bottles of water.
Yeah, he's just, like, talk everybody down, keeping them calm. One guy's starting to think about sharks, and he's looking at the edge of Mother Base and getting real worried that maybe sharks can jump onto Mother Base. When you think about it, sharks are just like meat torpedoes.
I'm still lost in my Liam Neeson paranoid black comedy thriller.
You could wait and see what the
And the scene where he realizes that somebody convinced everybody in the world to have a toilet in their own home.
Alright, so the strategy here is, because they're already forcing this guy to take them somewhere, we're just going to follow them and see where they go. This mission is pretty cool, though, just because there's a lot of ways to do this one. Like, I'm only doing 2. I could be, like... I just don't want to be exhausted, because there's, like, a good 8 ways to do this thing.
This is the most joyless conga line I've ever seen.
Yeah. What's cool is that like there's a sandstorm outside, the game actually models like sandstorms when they get like inside too. And like once you get deeper inside, the sandstorm can't reach it, which is pretty neat. But yeah, this area is really, really big, and even when you do actually get the actual location where the honeybee is at, it can still be really hard to find because where it's labeled on the map makes it look like it's out of bounds. It's just it's just pointing to a mountain range that you can't reach. So finding it is still kind of tricky, which is why, you know, maybe you just want to follow the dudes. Yeah, we'll be also coming back to this area a couple more times because, like, we're only seeing a fraction of what this entire base is. It's really big. It's the biggest base in the game so far.
Oh, they should have hid Miller here.
Yeah.
Where are your friends?
I don't know nothing, big boss.
Well, you've tagged pretty much everybody, so...
It's true. I have tagged quite a lot of people. Oh man, they're getting away. First, gotta wait for these dudes. They're coming up the same tunnel they just went down.
Just follow these people the whole way, and the audio tape you get is the baby elephant walk.
So yeah, the reason why on the map it just looks like it's like in an area you can't get to is because it's actually underground.
Yeah, I got some caverns. Tunnels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and thankfully I didn't alert them too much. And also these guys, you have to do a lot to like take them away from the guy they're pushing around everywhere because they're like their main mission is to just find the honeybee. They are the search team for this. So yeah, if you know you get this far, these guys actually will find the honeybee.
Now, at what point is that like a mission failure then? Like,
you'll see.
if they get out with it, okay.
Yeah, they can actually get out and escape with the honeybee, which I think is something very few people know about this game because it gives you quite a lot of time before they actually get away with the honeybee. And most people probably don't even, you know, it's not that hard to rescue this guy before they get here, so... Ta-da! So, let's say we just let this entire scene just proceed on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Vapor Snake just suddenly materialized and he has no fucking clue what's going on.
And he just wants to watch these people abuse this man for a while.
Yeah. So yeah, there is also a time limit for rescuing him. We have the it.
Translation is an inexact science.
Yeah. So yeah, at this point, they've got the honeybee.
The Soviets have discovered the honeybee. You need to get it back from them before it leaves to Smasi-Laman.
And the time limit is extremely lenient. In fact, I had to like smoke basically nearly an entire day away.
That is a deep cavern.
Yeah, but if, you know, that much time does pass and you still don't have the honeybee, there's an actual cutscene. This is a cutscene almost nobody has seen in this game. It's an extremely rare cutscene. Behold. There's actually a couple other missions that also have failure cutscenes like this that very few people have seen. I've only found like 1 or 2 people on YouTube who have even like recorded them.
But that's not what we're gonna do.
We lost the target.
Yeah.
Mission failed.
But Also, because you've seen that now, I want to talk about the trailers for Metal Gear Solid 5 before release.
Okay.
You'll see how this comes together. So this is a trailer for Phantom Pain from 2013.
We pulling money?
One of the issues where a lot of people are kind of conflicted or disappointed with Metal Gear Solid 5 is the idea that there's a lot of missing cut content.
All for revenge.
Because in several game trailers, you see cutscenes that exist nowhere in the final game, and they look like finished cutscenes. So like here, in the Phantom Pain, this is in Camp Omega back from Ground Zeroes.
Yeah.
This doesn't happen in Ground Zeroes. This cutscene never happens in the Phantom Pain either. So it's like, what happened to this scene? Like, you don't even go back to Camp Omega in Phantom Pain. So, kind of weird, right? Well, this doesn't apply to all the cutscenes.
To make him give back our past.
But if we go back to the beginning of this little thing, check this out. This is a different take of the same scene, so it doesn't quite line up. But all of these animations you see from the trailer are actually used for the Hamid Survivor. It's really hard to notice, but I eventually, after, like, on my second playthrough or something, like, realized, wow, this is where this cutscene went. Which makes me wonder, was this cutscene ever actually a cutscene in the game, or did they just kind of fancy up animations they had for a thing, just to look dramatic? I don't know. Pretty nuts. Also connected to this, you know, you saw Camp Omega in that Phantom Pain thing. In an interview, Kojima said he's trying something new, and if you will be able to go back to Camp Omega, and it's going to be something that nobody's ever done in the game industry, but he can't talk about it too much. Whatever that was, it never happened. This footage in the background is also before he announced Phantom Pain, but was talking about the Fox engine. So this was a game codenamed Project Ogre. It eventually was Metal Gear Solid 5. But also just keep this in the back of your mind. He said his next title, Phantom Pain, will challenge a certain type of taboo, and if he fails, he may have to leave the games industry forever. I have no fucking clue what taboo he's talking about. Whatever he was talking about, either it didn't matter or, like, it's not in the game. So, just weird stuff. Anyways, Big Boss is gonna try and rescue this guy.
Yeah, because Big Boss is a hero.
Yeah,
The Soviets
kind
have
of.
discovered the honeybee. You need to get it back from them before it leaves.
CQC, motherfucker.
So, I got a little confused. Like, okay, I slammed those 3 dudes down, but there should be a 4th man. A man I want to rescue, right? I can't fucking find him anywhere.
Did you slam your rescue man?
No, you cannot CQC him. Check this out. This is a bug in this very specific area. The smoke grenade killed him!
Oh no!
He died! It even says prisoner died!
Oh no!
Like, earlier on, when they're forcing this guy to, like, take them to where the honeybee is, if you throw a smoke grenade, like, it'll incapacitate everybody, and the prisoner will, like, fall on the ground.
Big
and, like,
Boss
you know, you can
is
just,
not a hero.
yeah, like, you can
Big
just pick
Boss
the
is a
prisoner.
failure.
You can just run into the smoke cloud and pick the prisoner up. But once he's locked into that, like, little animation where the guards are, like, yelling at him and stuff, yeah, if you interrupt the animation, he just fucking dies and his body vanishes. What a shame. At least Venom Snake rescued him. Oh, man. I didn't actually know that bug happened until I recorded this, too, and I was like, motherfucker, I wanted to rescue him.
Well, you rescued him already.
Yeah.
The other guy.
Also, yeah. Oh boy. Also, you may notice that guy was pointing a pistol when he was looking for me. If you knock a guy out, he drops his rifle, and if they want to fight immediately, they actually pull out their sidearm instead.
From your iDroid. You are not to use the honeybee.
Oh, but I wanna use it so bad.
Well, Big Boss has got the honeybee. So let's get Venom Snake over there. Also, I just remember this. Back when we were doing the Ground Zeroes mission, I mentioned that all the guns in this game are, like, combined from... They have different aspects from several different real guns combined, and they don't use real names for any of the guns. Phantom Pain is cute about the Honeybee. The Honeybee is just the Stinger missile launcher. They just call it the Honeybee instead of Stinger. Cute. And yeah, the Stinger missile launcher, like, was developed around this time.
Right, right.
Yeah. Yeah, I also like this little area here. I feel like it's easily missable, but yeah, you can sneak by guards just by going over them in this little alley. It's neat. And also Big Boss likes to fuck this jump up a lot and just fall. It doesn't happen too often, but there are a couple areas where, like, you do have to, like, quote-unquote platform to get across them. I always kind of wish there were more areas like that, because it's just weird to, like, have Snake jump, but it's cool. It's just always weird when you play a game series where you can't jump manually for most of it, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you can jump. Like playing Breath of the Wild, and you can just tell Link to jump. That's weird. That is so weird to do.
Oh, look at that rock that looks like a face.
Yeah. And also, like, a lot of the guard posts here are currently unmanned because I caused alerts at several other bases earlier, so they're all, like, scrambling and in weird places. It can make it easier, or it can make it harder, because sometimes you might just accidentally run face first into a guard you wouldn't expect to be there.
Right.
Alright, scanning some stuff. Radar dishes. If you want to, like, kill the communications to other bases in really big places like this, you actually have to destroy several radio dishes. It's not just one. But we just need to make a little distraction to get in the base because we already know where the Honeybee is. So, gonna tag some things that might be an issue, like the anti-air radar and the anti-air gun. Because I'm just gonna call in a helicopter to shoot everything for me. Yep, just throw that flare grenade.
So you're calling in a helicopter to shoot the thing that allows them to shoot helicopters.
The helicopter's actually, as long as your helicopter's geared up enough, it can be surprisingly good at destroying the stuff that's supposed to be anti-helicopter. And also, just in case, I'm putting C4 on stuff. That was the original plan, was to blow this stuff up, but, things go awry. So yeah, like, so far sneaking with the sneaking suit has been easy, but now that there's a lot of light sources, it's not nearly as useful. Whoops. Uh-oh.
Whoa.
I want to blow up the anti-air emplacement, because yeah, if soldiers will try and, like, make a beeline for it, but also there's just an explosive barrel there. Done.
Cover fire. In hot. Target acquired. In hot.
And yeah, like, back in Ground Zeroes, a lot of guards will make the helicopter rather than you the priority.
Rocket salvo. Rocket salvo. P1 is in hot. Find cover.
Every single shotgun in this game is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, I can only fire 2 shots from this one, 'cause it's a double barrel, but, even if you don't kill a dude with a shotgun, it floors normal dudes in this game so hard that it takes a good, like, 10 seconds for them to get back up.
Well, yeah, because you blew their dang leg off, so...
Yeah.
Gotta get used to that.
And you won't see it in this video, and I haven't shown it off yet, but there is locational damage, so like if you shoot a guy in the leg a lot, he will start limping. If you shoot dudes in the arms, it staggers them and prevents them from, like, shooting you. Similar things are actually applied to you as well, where if you get hurt a lot in the same area, you'll start moving slower, or your aim will get really wobbly. But yeah, we'll see that stuff later. Also, look at the dick on his back. Look at it. Look at it. It's a dick that's upside down.
Anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
And there we go. Hidden behind some booze.
Thought they'd hide it there. Target acquired. In hot.
Hey, my target was acquired too. Hooray.
Hey.
Call the chopper from your iDroid. You are not to use the honeybee. The order was to recover it with its ammunition.
Yeah, but...
It seems really cool. Also, a little detail is the noises Big Boss makes when he moves changes depending on what type of equipment he has with him. So now that I have a missile launcher, he makes a lot of like clunky noises. It doesn't like attract guards anymore, less though.
Look, if the CIA is expecting the independent third parties it's supporting in Afghanistan to just fall in line and do what they're told, they should really look at their own history. The history that is being written right now during this game, but whatever, never mind.
And hey, it's been a really long time to the point some viewers may have forgotten, but remember there's a floating psychic child? There he is!
Ta-da! There's also a flaming man.
Yeah, remember him? There's a whole lot of weird shit that the game's kind of not acknowledging at the moment.
Wait a minute. Giant robot hands? I remember someone talking about those interminably.
The scientist talking about the big metal hands doesn't count, but there is a decent amount of things where it's like you'll hear conversations with not important characters, or you'll get random details for like not story important missions that end up being like a lot of foreshadowing for things, and it's weird because Metal Gear doesn't do that.
Come on, just give me Vin Diesel's voice. Come on. God damn it, not this asshole.
You look well rested, big boss. My, how you've changed. You became a demon for such little weapons as that?
So this guy's had a tiny bit of a costume change. He's still got his goofy hat, but also he wears a domino mask.
Well, I'm sure you'll see the bigger picture eventually.
Well, yeah, so you can't identify him. Everybody from the nose down looks pretty much like that. Could be anybody.
Bite his face. Get him.
If you get out of here alive. Rest in peace this time. I'll see you in hell, boss.
What the hell was that thing? It was huge.
Oh, look at the little claw feet. Aww.
Metal Gear's always weird. Every Metal Gear has weird shit in it. This game takes a while before it introduces the real weird shit, But we do have, like, you know, we've seen these guys once before, the skulls. But also they can, like, mind control people in a weird way, sort of. They turn into zombies, basically. I'm not even really kidding. This is the Metal Gear game that has zombies in it.
And you thought you had to wait for Survive.
It's the mist unit. The skulls. What's he doing to that soldier? Damn it, they're everywhere. The skulls are too fast. If you had a homing weapon. Boss, maybe it's time to see what the honeybee can do.
Alright, Big Boss, we're not gonna engage with them too much. We're just gonna shoot them with the rocket launcher so that we can get away.
There we go. That's the ticket.
Now we're talking. We can forget about that bonus now.
Fuck those CIA bastards. They don't know what's best.
Miller's mad that we're not gonna get the bonus for, you know, bringing all of its ammunition back. There are several missions in this game where you're presented with two choices in a mission, and it's always presented as Miller saying to do one thing and Ocelot saying to do another. And basically, it always comes down to this. Miller says, don't do that. And Ocelot always says, that sounds fucking cool, why don't you do it? That's what every single choice is, basically. Alright, Big Boss getting away on his horse. Venom Snake, however, gonna show you a couple different takes I recorded this to be able to show everything that happens in this fight. But if you hide from the skulls for long enough, they will lose track of you. And if they just get fed up trying to find you, they will disperse even more mist.
Oh.
And it makes it harder to find them because they start hiding. And also, when they disperse the mist, they also send out all of the soldiers they've possessed to attack you, and they kind of swarm you.
Ah.
And also, like, they don't really die. They just keep getting back up.
Well, yeah, that's sort of a zombie thing, yeah.
Yeah. Night vision goggles can help you point out the skulls because they have a different pose than the normal controlled soldiers do. And sometimes you just get to deck one right before they punch you. That's cool. Also, just a cool detail that's pretty easy to not notice is once you've injured one of these skulls a lot, if you get a really good close look at them, you can see that their suits kind of like vanish and you just see their guts.
No, I don't want to see their guts.
Look at their guts! Oh god!
Oh, not the guts. And so are their guts.
But anyways, here's the actual fight with the skulls.
Skulls are too fast. If you had a homing weapon.
So yeah, they do lots of teleporting. They have really hot swords to make YouTube videos with. They're pretty accurate with their fire. They're really resilient to most damage, which is why I bought both grenades and the shotgun, because the shotgun just hits really hard.
Yeah.
They can also create cover by summoning like giant rocks out of the ground. They also have rock powers.
Ooh.
Yeah, the double barrel shotgun, if you can headshot them twice from close range, it will kill them.
Headshot twice at close range. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. There's also a really cool thing you do here. Sometimes they'll jump at you with their sword. You can counter them with CQC and stab them with their own sword.
Nice!
It doesn't do that much damage, but it stuns them for a long time, so you can wail on them with whatever you got.
Stabbing them through their disgusting guts does not do too much damage.
It just stuns them, really. And also, yeah, I needed a different take of the mist stuff because, like, there was only one skull left, and whoops, I found him right away.
Legend.
Yeah, dude, that's the point. Okay? Alright.
Back to base.
Yeah, skulls don't die either. They just fuck off. So yeah, that's like the first quote-unquote boss fight of the game. Boss fights are a little different in Phantom Pain because most of them are actually skippable. You can actually like sneak past almost every boss fight in this game if you want.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really cool. There's only There's only technically 2 boss fights in this game where like you have to do it. I would say the one downside is
previously in the series, that was like the one difference between a boss fight and any other kind of encounter.
Yeah.
So strictly speaking, there are only 2 boss fights by previous Metal Gear definition.
Yeah.
This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
While there are like lots of cool mechanical advances for the boss fights and like freedom of how you do them, I will say the one downside is Phantom Pain doesn't have boss fights that are nearly as memorable as previous Metal Gear games, at least. But they're still pretty fun and pretty cool. Also, Big Boss has to meet his helicopter way further out, but
because he didn't blow
fine.
up the radar dish.
Yeah. Yep. We just blew it up so we can just call the helicopter here. Also, during the fight with the skulls, the actual fight I did all the way through with them, I didn't really have to worry about any of the zombie soldiers because the helicopter killed all of them except that one that appears in the cutscene. So there is only one zombie soldier left. So yeah, that's the advantage of killing everybody beforehand. Is you don't have to deal with that during the fight with the skulls. Makes it a little easier.
Gaining altitude.
But yeah, also taking out all of the skulls is an extra objective for this mission, and it gets you a lot of extra heroism because you're cool.
Yeah. You're a living legend. Come on.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh?
So I would have gotten an S rank on this. Also, I got a new code name. I'm an Orca.
Nice.
But I got an A rank instead of an S because using these support grenades keeps you from getting an S rank.
Oh.
Also, Big Boss got the Octopus code name. And you can also see those arrows next to the D horse bond level because I did like that cool escape with him and stuff. I became much better friends with my horse.
You got some stories to tell now.
Yeah, I have a level 3 relationship with my horse. And once the horse levels up enough, he actually learns new abilities.
I would expect nothing less.